The dog I'm always posting with.
The suburbs of Philly are still, it's still like it's a big step, right? It's a big step outside of New York. You're out there in the country, you know what I mean? Like animals and crickets and stuff. So, it counts. Don't discount your outdoor experience
There's
right now.
a lot of fox in the summertime here. Like they're like all over, everywhere. There's deer. There's actually a lot of like animals given it's Philadelphia.
So what's the plural of fox? Is it feeks? There's a bunch of feeks out here.
Wait, what is it? I don't know. The plural of fox. It's just fox. It's like mice. Oh no, that'd be a mouse.
Like feek. Yeah, it's feeks.
Good evening.
What's up,
What's
Kiro?
up?
Nothing. Yo, did my PFP change back yet?
Bro, I don't know, dude.
Am I still a bean?
All I see is a bean.
Yes, I see a bean.
Dang it. Okay, because I switched back before I came in, and it's still like I just like went to my profile and it finally switched back. I'm like, dang it. This box thing is a fucking waste of money.
Girl's like, oh shit, I'm gotta hang with the clone homies. I gotta switch my PFP real quick. Oh no,
Yeah,
it's quick.
for real. That's exactly what I was thinking.
He's like, yo,
I'm not getting made fun of. I'm no side character. I'm a clone, mother.
Dude, you know what? This is so funny. And oh man, so my buddy J-Day was talking about like getting a Ute or something, and he is a mutant. And he was telling me, I'm like, bro, you're a main character. Stop getting side collections. You got the mutant, you want a Ute, like your main character energy. Don't even consider that. And some people read it and came in spaces and was like, I was gonna buy a bean or I was gonna buy a Ute, and I saw your comment to J-Day, and I was like, totally just kidding, but I do think he's worth main character energy. I love J-Day.
Nah, yo, listen, you gotta have a side character for when you're like on your side quest missions. Earlier I was on a side quest mission. I'm back to my main character vibes. I'm just trying to like maintain being my clone, man. When I go into the Azuki spaces, I switch to my bean. I could switch to an elemental, but I think I'm gonna sell the one that I minted for 2 ETH and buy one for 0.6.
You just need to get a doodle now, bro, because they're killing the IRL game. Now you'd be good to go.
No, I have to get a doodle. Damn it, this is recorded. I'll just tell you in the DMs. But we're cooking with the doodles. We like the doodles. I didn't like them at 15 ETH. I'll tell you that much. I liked them when I floored all of mine, and then Poopy hated me and kicked me out of the Discord. I loved them then because I just put all the ETH to stake. SETH is a 10x on regular ETH. I'll tell you that much. My regular ETH bag went down. Like I have this one wallet, it went down $700,000. I said, you know what? I'm never gonna look at these. I'm not looking at this thing until 2035, man. I just get I'm divorced from looking at the price. 1 ETH equals 1 ETH, guys. Remember, you heard it here first.
You guys know I have a naked doodle.
Do you?
No, what does that mean? Is that like a rare?
No, it's the complete opposite. It has no wearables. Like my friends were supposed to send me some wearables from their boxes, and they never did. So I just have this like green girl with like a ponytail, and it's fully just doodled out. I don't know what the naked doodle is called. I was trying to think of the word.
How much are the boxes right now?
It was mad cheap. Like when you mean now? They're still cheap. They're probably like I don't even know. I don't want to botch it, but it's definitely not much.
I'm just gonna buy some dunks. I've heard enough. If they're not 0.08, I don't want
the only thing I'm gonna warn you of is like the beta, their like studio or whatever they call it. It's pretty rough. Like nothing works.
Yeah, I heard, that's what Austin was saying. He's such a nice guy. Like, I'm starting to realize now that the bear market's fair and everybody's down bad, everybody's so fucking sweet and nice. I love them now. Like, I couldn't stand players and teams before because they were so cocky. They're like, are you sure you can afford that, bro? I'm like, bro, I'm broke, okay? Anyone asks, I'm broke. The government comes and asks you what I'm doing, I'm broke. I don't want to hear about money. I don't. 1 ETH equals 1 ETH, baby. 1 ETH equals 1 ETH.
My question is, why
Everybody,
does a doodle inherently sound like it's nude? I mean, the name, like a naked doodle is just a regular doodle. The name sounds like it's naked. You know what I mean? Like, hey, come see my doodle. Like that shit can get you like put in jail for harassment. You know?
She can get you a fly ass backpack.
yo, Kiro, you know why everybody's so nice? Because all these MFers got fucking humbled, realized that they were up on their high horse, and realized nobody is untouchable. No project is untouchable. And if it takes a little bit of humbling for people to be fucking nice in this space, then oh, so be it, dude. So be
Yo,
it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, I met our blur bidder the other day, eh? You know the guy that blurred down clones? I met him the other day. It was awkward as shit. Oh my god. It was so awkward. Yo, these little kids on bicycles here, I almost hit one. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
On the doodle thing though, is like I never fought doodles, and I'm not going to, because honestly, doodles with their lineup that they're doing with camp and the shit they're actually dropping, is doing more than majority of the
Bro,
people in this
I
space.
like doodles. I actually like whenever I see those like their little action figures, like they look super dope. And I kind of want. They had a pop up shop in Japan. Of course, I was away at the time it came. Super sucked. But I want.
Isn't it still open?
If it is, then I'm gonna go this afternoon
Yo,
because
I
I
Just don't,
want to buy.
respect.
If you go, let me know, bro. I will send you USDT
Yeah,
because I'm not sending you ETH because
yeah,
my ETH bags are so down right now. I have been crying all day.
yeah.
I just went to my lawyer to ask him for a refund
Yeah,
because I'm so down bad.
yeah. We don't look at it. It's all good. Don't worry.
just
2052, bro.
just don't grab someone's doodle without asking them first.
Yo,
That's
Yeah,
all I have to say.
I've honestly never been
alone,
violated by a doodle, so I can't talk too much about them.
bro. Alone said.
Bro, I got violated by a fake doodle. That's the worst type of doodle to get. For 170 something ETH, bro, I got violated, bro. Motherfucker was so fucking nice. And then, like, I always rag on Charles after because he was like the only doodle that would talk to me for a while.
So what
Do you
caused
want to
this
see
dump
my
today,
doodle?
yo? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you, Bombay. Keep talking about your doodle. My
No,
bad.
no. When I just can't get it out of my head, bro. Do you want to see my doodle? Like that,
Seriously though,
maybe now I can't buy a doodle, but I do like doodles. I think they're pretty cool, but I don't want to see your doodle though.
I'll show you my doodle if you show me your doodle.
All right. That's
I'm
enough.
five. I'm 5 years old.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
But
All right.
by the way,
Yo,
the pop-up's
can you
closed.
guys hear my engine? I got it fixed again. Does it sound good?
Wait, what? Sophie?
The
Does
pop-up's
it sound good?
closed.
No, whatever you're on right now sounds terrible, Kiro. What
See,
is?
I told them it sounds bad. It's supposed to sound like a fucking race car, this fucking thing, man. I'm gonna I can't wait until I get this Tesla, man. I'm so fucking stoked on this Tesla. Shout out, what's it? Tevi, man. Fucking guy.
Yeah,
He
Tevi
sold me on that shit.
What color are you
Yeah.
getting?
And now you're one. Now
I'm getting black, obviously. Like, I don't get colors. I get shades.
Yeah, have fun when they just shut off your car whenever you want, whenever they want.
Bro, I'm getting solar panels. They're never shutting me down. Okay. But I'm keeping a gas vehicle, and then I'm looking at one of those other Jeeps. I love the Jeeps, man. Ever since I came out here, I stopped buying Mercedes because I really can't afford to fix them. But I can afford to fix these Jeeps. They're cheap to fix in comparison. Oil change is still $60 Canadian, which is like what, $5 American or some shit. I don't know.
The electric Wrangler is kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big car person, but I do like it.
Have you guys seen the video of a
Yeah. Are you
smart
going
car
to
racing
Passion
past
Week?
a Jeep and flipping it over?
No. It's diesel or nothing.
Yo, Compound, which one of your clones do you want on a coffee mug? I'm gonna make the order for you, Dre, and Baron as a thank you for always putting up with my bullshit. I just need to know which clone you want on the mug.
Can I just do this one?
He wants Maya.
Absolutely.
He wants Maya.
I love Maya. Maya is a babe. I don't care what
Yo,
anyone says. I might be weird for saying that, but I don't care. Maya's a babe.
I think there's a huge market for, and I don't want to get too deep into this. There's a huge market for kind of. All right, we're gonna skip this
You
one.
might as well just say it.
No, Bombay's knows what I'm talking about because he was talking about it in the chat the other night. What
Only clones?
that guy was doing, crazily, there are people that like that. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it's called,
Hentai.
anime
Hentai,
stuff.
yeah. I don't like that stuff. That stuff gives me panic attacks, man. My buddy watches that stuff, and I can't talk to him or look him in the eyes. I feel like Vitalik.
It's a thing. Let's go to Alone. What's up,
Well,
bro?
I put up with your crap too, Kuro. I'm just putting that out there. That's not why I raised my hand, but I'm just saying it's, because I want a mug, I mean, I'm just going to be blunt about it. No, but what got...
Are you going to Anaheim?
I am going to Anaheim.
It's got to be a big
All
mug.
right. I got you, bro.
Oh, look at that.
I got you. Just send me the clone but you got to send me the high-res image on Discord that you want
Okay.
on it.
Oh, that's kind of you. I'm going to love that mug. I'm going to quitting coffee just for that mug.
I got love for my clones.
But what caused the dump today? What caused Bitcoin to fall off a cliff and drag everything with it? Like, does anyone know? Because I was busy all day and I just saw someone.
The Big Short guy?
Yeah, Michael Berry. Is that it?
You know the Big Short guy? He shorted everything. He's fucking up everybody's bag. Why the hell does this shit correlate? I don't get it.
Because it's not uncorrelated as much as people want to believe that Bitcoin is not correlated to the traditional financial system. It still is. Now, maybe it rebounds quicker once things happen, as we saw during the COVID dump, where, once it dumped, it recovered quicker than the stock market. But I mean, it's still completely correlated because as long as you're attaching it, and looking at it in USD, I mean, it's going to be correlated. And maybe at one point people will be like, all right, Bitcoin is the safe haven, but as much as like the Bitcoin max season, I love Bitcoin, but as much as they say that it's like the savior, I mean, it's still going to take some time because that's to be determined based on the sentiment of like what people think. If people think that that's a safe haven and they start putting their money into it, then maybe it'll become uncorrelated. But yeah, I mean, it's still 100% correlated.
Did they fix Curve Pool? Because like I wanted to switch my WBTC to DAI just in case it goes further down, but I'm too scared to use anything else but Curve Pool, and I'm scared to use Curve Pool as well. I don't know if anyone knows.
Yo, this is off topic, but could we talk about how fresh Baron looked in the robot vest?
Hey, Baron, where were you going, bro? Tell us
nothing
about
better
today.
than Baron selfies.
Can you believe, dude? I went from robot vest to suited, baby. Suited up, dude. That
you
vest
wore it under your suit, right?
Oh my god! No, I didn't wear. I took the vest off for my IRL meeting.
No, the vest stayed on for. Okay.
I should have. Dude, I can't get enough of this gear. I was wearing it. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not selling this. I guess that just keeps happening. I'm like, well,
did you keep any pants for yourself, Baron?
Of course I did.
Of course. Which one?
Of course.
I've got the reptile and I've got human pants, and I'm probably just going to keep the undeads. You know what's happening?
What up?
Everybody wants it, but no one's willing to pay for it. It's just like the Forge. It's just the Forge. People are down bad. So I'm going to wait for the Nike marketplace, and then everybody's going to want, then there'll be more people with money. Everybody here is poor right now.
What size is that undead pair? You said a medium, right? Yeah, medium fits me perfectly too.
Aaron, put it
on.
Bro,
I've been poor. Ever since I bought fucking crypto, I've been poor.
Put it on eBay, Baron. so that they don't know who's selling it, so they can't try to finesse you. Like, yo, come on, man. Why you? Jerry wanted to see what everybody paid for it. I said, Jerry, why you want to see what the forge price was? Forge over. You got to pay whatever somebody's
Yeah,
trying to
I
sell
asked for the
for.
forge price yesterday, so I know how to price mine. So for those wondering, size large, angel pants, tap in.
I was, I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
How much? How much? How much?
DM me.
DM.
No. Those are my angel pants. Unless
Yo,
they,
Okay.
bro, your thighs are too thick for them. You gotta have little chicken legs like me, bro. Stop
they're
playing with me. I got ankles like women. I'm the only one that
That
can
means
fit in them.
large is gonna be big as hell on you.
You know what? Sometimes you gotta swim
Oh
in
yeah, I
those
forgot you
pants in
wear a
order to
size
feel
16
something.
slides. Anything
dude. I
fits,
thought,
bro.
no,
Yo, I don't care, bro. Yo, even right now, I'm wearing size 13 fucking shoes. I got a fucking quarter of a inch at the toes. So what I did was I cut some heat forming foam and I put them in the tip of these fucking clown shoes. They look
So what's
good
gonna be
though.
your
They
method
look
for the
real fucking
pants?
good.
there's
Oh, I'm gonna get them hemmed or however you say that.
Kuro's been tripping all day and he can't figure out why. It's because your shoes about 2 inches bigger than you're used to, my guy.
Hey, Sophie, there's pants for sale on eBay. There's artifact pants for sale. Humans.
Yo,
Compound. Next
Johnny,
time
yo,
Kuro
where
asks us
did
about
Johnny
why
get
he's
those
This is
shoes
what I
that he
want to
put the
talk about.
picture of?
Yes, I came
he
here
made
for
them.
this.
He made them?
He
How
made
much
it.
did they cost? 1,000?
I just asked him. I don't know yet. They're custom Prestos.
I swear
I
I've
don't know what
been
that means.
rocking these since like middle school. I've had acronym Prestos since I think I was like 16 or like 15.
We need Sophie in them custom artifact Johnny Kicks Prestos. You know what I'm
They don't
saying?
want me an artifact, don't you know?
They don't want me in art. They're ready for that.
Yo, I have a women's size 9 inside of my closet in Toronto. I need to find someone to give them away to, because yeah, I had bought them for a girlfriend, but um, yeah, we're no longer talking, so she ain't getting shit.
I'm holding.
Size 9 what?
Size 9, like women's size 9, not.
I know, but like what are we talking about?
They're Air
Like a high
Force. No,
heel? Or?
no, they're the Air Force. I only buy Nike, sir. Anything Nike, I
I know.
buy it. They're neon colored. They're like super cute.
Holding back so many doodle jokes right now.
Hey, I'm charging less than that eBay listing of the human. You just said compound. So what's up?
You saw the one on
Yeah,
eBay.
right when you said that, I went to go see what size it was, and
This is the first one I've seen on eBay too. So they're just now starting to get up. They're
What
yeah,
size?
small, I think.
with a 28-inch inseam, so length, I guess that is.
Yeah, 450, something like that, right?
430 on
What's how much are they for sale for?
$430 or best
eBay.
offer. What is that in ETH?
This is the first thing go up.
0.25 ish.
Yeah, makes sense.
Did my PFP change yet?
Yeah, you've been a clone.
Okay, sweet.
TBT to when Kuro said he would never come back. I love you. Welcome back.
I love you too. I'm always gonna come back. There's no way I could not be a clone, bro. It's like ingrained in me. It's Nike, bro. There's one company I can never turn my back on because I have too many fucking shares. I'm overexposed to Nike, and I like it. It feels good.
What do you guys
This
think?
this PFP suits you very well. It's beautiful. I'm sorry, compound. I just had to let him know. Continue.
No. I was just one thing that I respect about people who rock maybe like the clones or kind of whatever they like PFPs is there are like a ton of people in this space who will flip on a community as soon as the value of the PFP isn't what it was, and they'll go buy something that's like more popping or more valuable because they're literally here just to flex that they have the money to do it. I've seen that a lot in the bear market, especially as clones go down and other projects go down. People are switching up on their communities to go rock
Bro,
something.
I'm going to tell you something right now that you guys need to
Uh,
understand. The money doesn't make the man makes the money. Okay, that's
no,
a fact.
it's just I think that people feel like they need. Is it? I guess it happens with cars and watches and fashion as well. People rocking the most expensive shit for the flex, but I think that I have a lot of respect for the people who can build a name and brand around their character and kind of what they're about, rather than how expensive they can fucking how much money they can spend on a PFP, right? Like, especially when you have to switch up to do it. Like, I don't know.
Remember that one guy and like,
I respect for you.
he's sick in his head, man. I can't believe someone exposed him, and it had to be a Toronto man too. That was crazy.
You think it's just a psychology? I'm trying to figure out who you're talking about. And
EB7.
oh shit, yeah, the switch up's crazy with him. Um, but I don't know. I think it's just a psychology thing, I guess, man.
It's always the weird guys that are like that. Let's go to Shadow. We need to
let's
this.
do that. I was thinking the same thing, Carl. That's a really good idea.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to jump in on that that talk about when prices go up and all that other stuff. I will say, man, it's been very interesting, as I will just keep saying a newcomer because I'm relatively new. It's been really interesting seeing, like, when I first came in, I'll just say there was some projects people were telling me like, no, you don't understand, like this is like a stable coin. The community is so strong, and I even had people trying to convince me not to go into CloneX and then instead join ABCD like group. Now, I would say 3/4 of all those projects are all in the same situation, and a lot of them are infighting. Like, they're pointing the finger, they're asking for utility, but they're not really asking for utility. They're asking for the founders to create a utility that brings in liquidity so that they can exit. That's basically all that they're asking for. And I'm just glad that, CloneX already went through all that bullshit and we just chilling.
Dude,
So
we're at $2,200 for our floor. That is fucking cheap. Holy shit.
We're so desensitized. You understand $2,200 is like people's yearly salaries in parts of the world, and we're over here going.
Seriously, yeah.
We're so desensitized. For buying assets for that, we have a high floor price, but in comparison to the rest of our ecosystem, we don't, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like if you told a normie that you bought something online that was digital collectible for $2,200, they'd be like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
yeah.
But in our ecosystem, that's not a lot. Apparently, it's a low floor price.
Well,
It's just a weird kind of bubble that we're in.
And then you reply, no, I was crazy buying it for $12,000, and then they just give you the fucking look.
Yeah, but it's all perspective, right? Like for Shadow, who just came in, he goes, "Yeah, no, I'm glad I missed all the bullshit. I got to come in when y'all are just vibing. I got my clone really cheap." It's all perspective, right? For somebody who enters now, it's a whole different world than somebody who entered before.
And honestly, and I'll just tell you like a really quick story. I kind of talked myself out of a sale, or I didn't talk myself. I talked myself out of a deal. Somebody, guys know that they're in here. I really like Planet X. I'm not going to shill it or anything, but I've been buying a lot of their shit, right? And so a lot of people have seen me buying because the floors are so like frozen. There's not a lot of liquidity because nobody really knows what the fuck's going on. And nobody's going to know until they actually start seeing gameplay and more concrete stuff. There's a guy, I think he's from the Beast community, and he was like reaching out to me and he was like, "Hey man, I'm just trying to see will you buy this for," and it was like above the floor. And I'm like, "Hey man, to be honest with you, like, I know I'm the only one really out here buying, but that's not really a good deal for me. I can jump into the mint right now and get it for like 15% less, and I'm buying them off bids on Blur and on OpenSea for like what was it, like 36% off of what they were being sold for. I said, so really, I'm gonna just keep doing this until I run out of liquidity. And just out of curiosity, I was just like, yo, but let me like ask you a question. I said, if you don't mind, I said, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I was like, we just minted like 7 days ago, right? And they explain everything before the mint, right? Before it even went live, they explained everything. They explained exactly what to look forward to. They even explained that, look, it's going to be about 6 to 7 months until public launch, which, in my opinion, is great because that's going to put it like right around the halving. I was just like, just out of curiosity, like why, like why are you selling? Oh man, I just thought there'll be a little bit more activity on the secondary market. I checked out his wallet. This is the only one. I was like, well, I said, look, man, if you want to, sell it into the bid, I'm not trying to tell you to, and I just listed off. I said, look, I don't know if you know this, but there's this, and this. And I sent him a video. I was like, these are the things that they have been posting throughout these past 2 weeks. Oh, man, well, you know what, bro? I think I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit longer just to see. He delisted. And I was like, look, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just found it interesting that because ETH is dropping and all this stuff is dropping today, it's just like it's scaring people to immediately just sell. And I'm just like, to me, that's kind of crazy because I don't buy something. Well, I keep the price in mind, but when I buy something, I'm like, I'm buying this because it's going to do this, this, and this. And they have proven, shown, or released this, and this, which to me, that's the authentication check mark for me. As long as that stays the same, I'm not worried about anything. As long as Artifact, for instance, continues to deliver on what they say they're going to deliver on, Animus, physical items, luxury collaborations, as long as they keep doing that, I'm going to stay here. I mean, yeah, the price is just the entry that we bought into this. I just want them to work on what they promise. As long as they do that, I'm not panicking. It will suck. I'm not saying it's not going to suck if the price goes down here, but hey man, I don't know. I just kind of went on that rant just to say that it's very interesting. ETH dropped, nothing changed with all the projects, but it just caused a massive just panic, and people are just, you know, taking every bid they can. And I was like, all right, bro, I guess people really are still, even in the midst of a bear market, they're still throwing around money and just the off chance that something just pumps and they just make a lot of money. I guess that's what's going on.
That was a hell of a tangent when I brought this all up to just tell Kiro that I got a lot of respect for him for rocking whatever PFP he wants. But I think you made some really good. I'm just fucking with you. You made some good points though, bro. Ain't nothing pumping right now, dude. And you'd be surprised how that's a wrong word. You'd be surprised how fearful people can get as soon as the chart starts to move. They're like, I gotta sell my illiquid NFTs for the ETH that's dropping, and that is going to drop, and now I got ETH, and then they buy back in once ETH comes back. It's weird, dude. The NFT market follows ETH in some weird way because of those people.
Sell an NFT because the market is, bro, hold up. You're going to sell an NFT because Ethereum is dropping, and you're going to sell it for Ethereum and hold Ethereum so you can continue.
Literally just
Dude,
buying more
that is
selling
what I
after.
was just thinking. You know what it reminds me of? It's like when the addict like flushes the drugs down the toilet because he's pissed he's got too fucked up the night before, and then he's looking for more that night. He's like, God
Bro,
damn it,
yes,
I need
bro.
it more.
Exactly.
It's like, what happens when you sell that NFT and you're left with ETH and you're a DJ?
We trade one pile
You
of
need
shit
another
for another
NFT.
pile of shit.
Right, Point?
Bruh.
I know from experience, okay? I don't need to ask for any references. This is when a degen is left with just ETH, he's gonna degen again.
Hey, Alone, what's up, bro?
It's like crack, you know? You can't leave, who's it, Tyrone, the Dave Chappelle character, without his crack, you know? He's just going to keep going back for more. And he's going to start itching, you know? And that's the way it is with the degens. But, I mean, look, I don't know, like, what's going on, but I've been calling, and I could be wrong, but I've said it in the Bad Take chat plenty of times. I'm calling another crash. we haven't seen full capitulation. I think we're going to see like shit like hit the fan, and I hope I'm wrong because I don't want that for anybody. But I do think, and I don't know why, and this is all just my own speculation, but maybe in September, by the end of the year though, or the beginning of the first quarter, I think there's going to be something that happens, and I think Bitcoin is going to go back down, and it's going to kiss like the $15,000 to $18,000 range, man, and maybe even. But I could be wrong, but I see all of these things happening.
I pray that you're right.
I mean, I hope I'm right, because then I'm going to sell like whatever I need to sell to buy another Bitcoin, I don't care, I'll cut off a foot, I'll buy another Bitcoin. And when it goes back up, I'll buy a prosthetic foot. I'll have someone attach it, and I'll be a transhuman, and it'll be fine. I'll make sure that I can jump really like high with it, and I'm strong, can run fast. But my point being is that I don't know. I just think like when I hear the NFT people saying, "Oh, the bull market's back," I'm like, "Yo, man, are y'all paying attention to like the actual like economic, like macroeconomic, like world that is
No,
You
sir.
mean
They're
they're
here for the
trading at
art.
all-time highs
They're here
alone,
for the
and
art.
if you keep and anybody that predicts a market downturn, I mean, if you keep talking about it, you're going to be right at some point. You know what I mean?
That is true. Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know if you're predicting, really.
Well, so when I said the clones are going to 2 ETH and sub 2 ETH, it's just because of market sentiment, and also because the blur bidder people are psychotic.
I'm with Alone, and not to even go down like crazy things. I'm over here like planning for some blackouts and hurricanes in California, and I'm like, how am I gonna trade my Bitcoin and Ethereum? How am I gonna jump on Spaces and like how is
Bro,
price gonna
you have
up if nobody
property,
could sell?
solar panels. You got to get your wife a Tesla so you can power your computer off of it. Come on, Tevi gave us the sauce, bro.
Dude, my grandpa, man, he has a tank in his backyard. He's on land. He has a tank of gasoline. He has this gigantic generator. Every time the lights go off, he has Wi-Fi internet or satellite internet. If any power goes off, he just goes and turns that generator on, and he can last on that tank that he keeps topped up, by the way, for I believe he said about 4 weeks, like running every electricity, all that stuff without any issues for a whole month. So yeah.
I mean, Tesla sounds cool and everything, but yeah, I got a Cummins diesel engine in my truck, and I have a Cummins generator, and plenty of diesel and gas here on the property, and it's all fun and games trying to power everything with the sun, but
Bro, you can't even afford gas in California. No one can. That is crazy.
Yo, just keep your Cummins away from my doodle, bro.
Oh, that was a good one. That was
Yeah,
so good.
Compound has a point though, man. I love Tesla just because of the self-driving. And yes, I do trust AI that much. But here's my thing, man. They charge, what is it, $15,000 to upgrade your car to make it go faster? And you don't think they're gonna shut that shit off with a click of a button if some crazy shit starts going down? Like, I don't know, man.
yeah, there's back doors all up in those vehicles.
I don't mean to be that guy, but I'll install my own operating system on there. My buddy Richie Rich used to do it to the Windows phones. So when they discontinued Windows on the cell phones, he built a custom version of Windows CE to put on the cell phone. So I'm
Is that just me?
No,
Elon just cut that shit
bro,
off,
out
bro.
here, one of the cell phone towers got hit by a deer or a moose or some shit. So we're down bad. We are down so bad out here, man. It is so brutal. Imagine this fucking giant thing just decided to rub up against the fucking cell tower that looks like a fucking tree. Out of all the fucking things it could have rubbed up against, it's this fucking cell tower that looks like a goddamn tree.
Alone, what's up, bro?
So I have a question for Baron, but first I just have a question for everybody, or a statement. I mean, regarding Tesla's all great and everything, but you for sure there's some person at Tesla headquarters that is like voyeuristically looking in on everyone having sex in their cars, unless they cover the camera. Those things are just backdoors for everything, man. You want to program like you not able to drive more than like 5 miles, they can do that with like a simple firmware update that you don't even have to approve, right? But all that being said, Baron, I want to ask you something about the markets, because that is a very fair statement that you said if you keep predicting a crash, at one point you're going to be right. I mean, people have been saying that about Robert Kiyosaki for years, right? But I think there's going to be something extreme that happens. And the way I look at the stock market, yeah, it's at all-time highs, but what is like keeping that propped up right now? There's like trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, they just raised the debt ceiling like to wherever, to infinity, until they decide like contrary. There's like inflation, recessions going on. So like I look at the stock market as being artificially inflated right now. To what, like, for what means and to what end, I don't know. It's not even about that. But the way I look at it, because of that very fact, like the floor is likely going to fall out at a certain point. Now correct me if I'm wrong. So I just want to ask you, based on what I just said there, what your like feelings are on all that.
I understand. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. So I would tell you that markets are typically ignore the politics. So all that craziness, they don't give a fuck about. They have clarity on what the guidelines are, and they're playing by those. Okay. As it relates to the debt issue, we haven't been at this debt level before, but in the 70s we were in levels of debt that we had never seen before, and the people felt like we feel like today, that the government was defunct, we're going to be broke, the dollar's not going to be worth shit. And guess what they did? They inflated their way right out of the debt. Because if I owe you $1 and that dollar value doesn't change, but then I inflate money, well, now I've got $2 and I can pay you back, and I'm still got $1 left, and I'm not broke. That's what they're doing. They're inflating their way out of this deal. What will be the biggest pressure for them is the cost of servicing the debt until that happens. And I can guarantee you that the biggest fear is that there's other places that the money goes and nobody wants to buy U.S. debt anymore. But where is it going to go?
Well,
no
BRICS,
one's giving their
right?
money to China.
Well, what if BRICS takes over?
What?
What if BRICS does take over and then people start choosing to transact?
BRICS is nothing. It's a piss ant of the. First of all, Brazil is on the Bitcoin, right? Russia is Russia. Okay, all they have is petroleum. Okay, they rely on other countries. China, you can't trust anything that comes out of China. No one's putting any of their money there, right? And then the other countries, India, they have a really good currency. They're in a great spot, and they don't want to do it. They hate China. So BRIC it's nice and it sounds good. It's a good narrative to scare people, but arguably it's a fractured division. It's not one unified entity, and it makes it really hard for that to be considered the gold standard, or whatever you want to say, going forward. Right now we're on the petrodollar, right? Everything trades on that. Every single balance sheet in the world is denominated in USD. So you were talking about a massive unraveling in that process. And so what'll happen is it won't be a complete unraveling. They'll just choose a new peg. There's been 6 different pegs or 5 different pegs in history. They typically change every 50 years. Before the petrodollar, we were on the gold standard, and before the gold standard, it was artillery, it was war, it was who had the best army. So who knows what it'll be going forward, but it's going to take a lot for, especially when you see how much control, the manipulation the government has over things, for businesses to trust other countries and to rely on, because the government can do what they want, but these businesses are still running good businesses, and the business owners I work with are making buku dollars right now. The economy is doing pretty well.
Yeah, but the mortgage rate. So my brother has been looking at places in California for us to purchase. Is 7% for a 30-year mortgage. I'm not trying to be poor for the rest of my life here, guys. I'm getting tired of being poor, especially cash poor. Like having like assets is nice, having a nice vehicle is nice, but I'd rather have nice properties that I could go to and get the hell out of this communist country, to be honest.
I will say that the only thing securing the inflated US dollar is the 180 military bases we have around the world and our massive military that make sure that they enforce the US dollar being used to trade oil. And I do not blame these other countries saying, fuck this, bro. We want to trade in our currency. We're tired of being forced to use yours. Blame them switching to BRICS. It's probably smart for them.
Bro, listen, man. If we don't trade in the
there's
US
no
dollar,
but
and then they start trading in something like the Canadian dollar that can't even hold a candle, we're going down. We're going to zero, like, actually.
Listen, bro, just come to Japan. Yen is in the shitter. Economy's down. No one's having kids. But these motherfuckers don't care. They're drinking. They're having a good time. They're out. The malls are filled with people. The street, everyone's just buying random shit, buying gifts. They don't even know what the hell is going on. And they're just enjoying watching anime, freaking eating food and drinking beer and
Bro,
you
you
know
know what I should
going to
have
the
taken a
girl
picture of
bars.
to show you? I got a square watermelon the other day. It was $175 Canadian. That was the best square watermelon I've ever had because it was the first one. It was sweet and delectable. And I don't know, man. I'm kind of here for it.
Bombay said over here they're just keeping them fed and entertained, and they're not asking any questions.
That's it, bro. Fed and entertained, bro. That's
bread and circus, and they will never revolt. Right? Give them food.
yeah, bro. They're a unified bunch, bro. You know, over here there's a small little island. There ain't not many motherfuckers coming in over here. They're just chilling. We're happy, and yeah, bro. We're content, bro. Like it. Half of me is in Japan, and then half of me is in India, which is the complete opposite. And it's a best of both worlds. It's nice to have both perspectives on how a society can run because Japan and India are so opposites. It's so funny, and it's nice to see both sides of the world.
I'm coming to visit,
bro. Come, just bring an empty suitcase and you're gonna have a good time.
It's no different than what we got going on here, Bombay. Like we have massive consumerism. People are just worried about being entertained and getting their next meal. So like people got their heads down, and it's normal, man. It's normal. Japan sounds lit though. I want to visit at least. India, I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I want to visit there too.
Just go and read a little bit about how many times China has tried to align BRIC to do this, to depeg the dollar. This is like they've been doing this for 20, 30 years. And everybody's like freaking out about it. It's like, first of all, they announced it like 6 months ago. And second of all, this is like their, I think, like 7th attempt at doing it. And so it's just, we have to be really careful. It's like there's so much shit going on in the world. They're trying to turn us upside down. We don't know who to believe. We don't know what to think. And all I know is I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to get up in the morning. I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to do what I need to do. And that's what every human being does. And that's why this thing's sustainable long term. We'll work through economic cycles. But humans are fucking resilient people. And we're going to get up and brush our teeth no matter what the day is. And we're going to get it done. And so I'm not going to live in fear about that stuff or try to predict, because market corrections they're never the same. But the one thing that is the same is they're drastic in nature, and what caused it is a little bit different each time. But they're drastic and unexpected. And so all you got to do is just manage the risk profile, not be too over leveraged. And then you've got a bag to take advantage of the downturn. And that's what smart money does.
What's up, Dre Millie?
What's good? Checking in. Letting you guys know that my phone is on its way out of here. I'm at this event that we sponsored with Columbus Short and Bobby Brown and What's the dude that beat up Derek Fisher, the basketball player? He's here too. Matt Barnes again. Uh, so yeah, my phone probably won't last through the session, but I just had to jump in and say what's good to the fam.
Yo, speaking of your phone, Trey, did you see that the phone number was left? That's all you now, brother. Uh,
Oh yeah.
you're
I
the
did see
only
it. I
one
see
that
it.
can make these worlds merge.
No, for sure. I'll definitely take care of it. For sure. It's been a busy day, as you can see, but no, I'll definitely take care of it.
I'm talking about Bobby Brown of Bell Biv DeVoe,
Yeah, Bobby Brown, new edition. Bobby Brown, Robbie, Ricky, and Mike. If I like a girl, who cares who
yeah,
you
yeah.
like? Bobby Brown.
You know, Bobby Brown, new edition. Shout out Boston, Massachusetts. They originated and was born over
Yep,
here, man.
yep.
Yep.
I got a picture with him.
Those
I
are
gotta
legends.
send it
Those
to
are
my
our
mama.
legends, bro. We still rocking with them back
Oh
over
yeah, for
here
sure.
in
Yeah,
Dorchester.
every day.
Yes, sir.
Never trust a
Yes,
big
sir.
fella to smile. But he wasn't in that group. But he, that was new edition. They broke off and had their own thing. He was, man,
Yeah, that's what I
early
meant. New
'90s,
edition.
man.
Oh,
He was the
yep.
Chris Brown of that generation. So my mom gonna go crazy when I
Shit,
send her
bro.
this
He was the
picture.
man. He's still the
Nah,
man.
yeah. He still, yeah, of course. Always respect. He's a pioneer to the, New Jack Swing and New Age R&B and so on and so forth. I can keep going, but yeah, just one.
Was he married to Whitney? Was that
Yeah,
it?
They had, yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. They were the powerhouse. Remember, they were the power couple of the early '90s, man. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy being in LA, being in Beverly Hills, and becoming a part of this network and meeting these people and speaking to them and growing within their network. And it's a wild
Bro,
transition.
you're the
Yo,
perfect
Dre.
person for all that, bro.
Now
Because you don't
hold on.
change no matter what.
We need
You could
a
put the most famous
unrecorded.
person in front of Dre, and he's still gonna be the tallest person in the fucking room.
Oh, you know what though?
We need
See,
an
I'm not the
unrecorded.
tallest here. I told you, Matt Barnes is here. He brought his homie. They some tall motherfuckers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go take some pictures for y'all so y'all understand that I'm not the tallest.
Dre, we gonna need an
Well, you're gonna
unrecorded
be the tallest,
Beverly
best dressed
Hills
guy.
session, bro. Like, I need full unrecorded, like, Secrets of the Hills, Dre. I don't know when we can do this, but we gotta do it.
I'm down, man.
Maybe not on Twitter Spaces.
I'm
Yeah,
down for Twitter. I'm ultra transparent, man. I never, I don't ever put on the mask. There's no need for it.
Oh, I might be in
yeah, because
Anaheim,
I'm
by
trying
the
to
way,
know.
guys.
Come through, Kuro. Come through.
Yeah, I'm getting word back, so I'm gonna have to fill out that form. But they're saying that I'll be fine. They just told me that I gotta pay $540 for my fucking passport if I want to go. Because my lawyer said that she would go to court for me, so I don't have to be there. So
No, it's
things
always
are
a price.
happening out here, guys.
Always a price to pay.
Freedom is crazy, bro. Freedom is so crazy. To know that you're free, and you're alcohol free, and you're just stupidity free for once. Well, not really,
I'm
but
about to say you might
I'm
be going
getting
too
there.
far with that one, bro. I know who you are. I done heard you go in.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. I'm trying to work on it though. I'm working on it every day. But Johnny, get up here, bro. You can't put out shoes like that and just sit in the crowd, bro. It doesn't work like that. You're a clone. You got to get up here, bro.
Nah, let me bounce though before I have no juice to do anything. So appreciate y'all. Speak to y'all later.
Take care, bro. Safe travels home.
Hope we got them customs on. You know what I'm saying? She been about it. Shadow, what's good, bro?
Yeah, I'm just getting something to eat. But hey, I just wanted to. I had the volume down, so sorry if I'm interrupting a conversation. I just heard my name, so I wanted to ask this question. Do I need to go ask Andrew Ward, the head of DC3, that is Warner Brothers division for Web3 NFT digital collectibles, about Robin and Artifact collaboration with these shoes, or what?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yo, I was actually talking to our friend. What's his name here? The mug
Well,
guy.
before you go, I just want to say, Bat Cows, we got connections, and y'all posted that Batman stuff, and I was like, I can go ask two people to have direct confirmation or direct connection to Andrew Ward to figure out, like, yo, is this just like, it's not a typo. I mean, somebody drew that. and took the time to draw that. So hey, I'll figure it out. I'll get back to y'all.
We'll talk to you definitely. Please do. We're trying. Yo, listen. I feel like Artifact in the future, their B2B is gonna do like numbers for Nike. It's gonna pump my bags to $1,000. Okay. Because Zagabond liking an Artifact post and posting a fire emoji is a huge step in the right direction. I told you guys, I never fucking lose, okay? I never fucking lose because I just manifest winning. That's what I do for a living. For all my friends, fucking look at Richie. Richie went from fucking a $7 million company to a $50 million company, soon to go on to a $250 million valuation. And if I could like snitch and tell you guys who's invested in this, you guys would fucking lose your minds. But you know, we just have to keep manifesting what we want in this world, and working towards it. That's the only way.
Y'all heard that? If you need insider information, DM Kiro. He's got it. Pick his brain.
Yo, just
I got
put
the
it on the bottom of
Nakamigos
my
alpha too, just so you guys know.
Kiro, what projects do you own in Web3?
Listen, I don't own anything. Okay, I don't even have a clone. It's in my other wallet. The ledger is somewhere in a safety deposit box along Front Street. It's never going anywhere because my family owns the building. That's why, like, it doesn't matter what private fucking trade offers people send me and shit. I'm not going there. Okay, that means I have to see my auntie. I don't want to see her. I owe her dinner, and she's never getting it because she's trying to hook me up with some weird fucking Israeli girl that can't speak English properly, and I refuse to speak Hebrew anymore. So we're not going to do that, For now, you can call me Jama.
Well, no, because I was asking because you were talking about doodles, and I feel like you pretty much got an asset in every major, deal. So I was like, going to ask you questions of like, what are you looking for out of doodles? Because believe it or not, before I got jumped into Artifact, doodles was also grabbing my attention as well too. Because I'm not saying that it's the same thing. We know Adidas or Nike's better than Adidas, but they are doing some pretty cool stuff as well too. Like if I had extra ETH to throw around, I would consider picking one up as well too. So I was just going to ask you,
Yo,
since
honestly, I'll be straight up with you. If Compound would like to give me back my my statuses in the Discord, we can have a private conversation. But I can't answer any questions publicly because of liabilities. So, yeah.
I forgot that you rage quit on us. If you haven't had Kiro rage quit one of your chats or 3 of them on multiple different platforms,
but the one thing.
Do you really know Kiro if he hasn't rage quit on your chat? Like, are you even friends with him?
Hey, I watched Curl rage
But I can guarantee I always come back.
Yeah, not since
the other day I left the Azuki chat on my alt, and yeah, there things be happening out here. Kiro, aka Sam, has to get his emotions together. He's working on it, though. I'll tell you that much. I gotta go get a beast next week. There's a lot of things I probably shouldn't have floored, man. But sometimes when my emotions get the best of me, I can always admit that I'm wrong because I'm a grown ass adult and I know when I'm wrong. So we all no. I've been here so long, and WAGMI, we all got mental illnesses, has affected me in a way that I can't even explain, to be honest. So, yeah, we don't like WAGMI. We're trying to cancel that shit out.
That's a great acronym.
Huh?
That's a great acronym, though. We all got mental illness. First time I heard it. I love it.
Yeah, bro. I've been saying that since they started saying that shit to me because I was in this influencer chat once saying, go to your house. It's bedtime. Go to sleep. To sleep.
Man said go to your house.
To sleep, buddy. Yeah, he has like a kennel but I have it like decked out and stuff. I'm gonna put back the TV because he chewed the cable one time, and luckily I have one of those power cutoff things that cuts off the like within milliseconds of a short. Otherwise, his silly self would be dead, and I would be without a child. So we don't want that.
I'm about to build my cat a new tower, something kind of like extravagant, I think.
Man,
Bro, they only live one life.
yeah, they do only live one life, and coming from someone who recently lost their dog a couple months back, it still really fucking sucks. And the whole time I'm thinking like, damn, I should have did this, I should have did that. So if you got the time and the money, man, definitely take care of your pets, give them the best life that they can have. Not saying that my pet didn't have a good life, he did, but I just, sometimes you wish you could do stuff like what Kira's talking about. I never thought about getting like a little mini TV because he did like watching like Shark Week and stuff like that. If it's an animal on TV, he would sit there and watch
Yeah,
it.
bro, what the fuck is up with that? Yo, so we were watching cuz my buddy's like, "Oh, you got to go watch this fucking what's it called? The dude that goes to Saudi Arabia and shoots the guy in the head in the beginning of the movie. I just can't
Is it Transporter or something like that?
fuck me. Am I rugging?
Is it me or has Kira just been rugging all night?
Bro, to be honest, I thought you
Yo,
were
I have
asking your
I'm
dog
telling
about the
you.
movie.
Can you hear
Oh,
POV, Kira?
wait, can you hear me? Can
Yeah,
anyone hear
but
me?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. I apologize, POV. I talked over you. My bad, bro. But like, yeah, it's John Wick, okay? He's like, go watch John Wick 3. My dog seen the dude with the rifle's dog and was like so entertained. The moment that the dog wasn't on the TV, he would and chew on his like his tennis ball. I got him a tennis ball.
And see, what was crazy is, see, my dog, he never used to do that when we had like just an old, just generic TV. But as time went on, and we got like I remember the day we got this 65-inch like ULED, whatever the heck, all that special wells and bells and whistles, and they give you these little DVDs. Well, I got some DVDs, and it was like Planet Earth and like something else. And so we were watching one
The
just because.
8K footage, right?
Well, it wasn't 8K, but mine was 4K, like HDR, just to like make you feel good about your purchase. Is why I feel like they give it to you. But anyways, when we put it on, like my wife tapped on my shoulder, we looked to the left, and for the first time ever, this dog was like just staring at the screen because like the animals and stuff was all on there. And I was like, holy shit, like, dude, this dude is like actually, he's not like glancing, he's like actually watching the TV. It's really crazy, man.
Yeah,
What you guys
I,
need to do
that's
is got to get the filter on your phone. I think it's either TikTok or Instagram, but it's called Dog Vision, and it shows you just the colors your dogs can see. So then you can see what your dog sees color wise, and then it'll help you decide like maybe what toys to get them or what kind of things they like, and you'll actually see why they like specific things because you're able to see the colors that they're seeing, and you'll be surprised the shit that they can't even see. Like I've seen dog toys that don't even like in their color scheme, you can barely see them. Like why doesn't he see this shit? It's because they see on a whole different spectrum. But there's some really interesting videos of that filter, man.
Can't they only see like yellow and
where
blue?
can you get that filter?
I know there's a dog filter on TikTok that I've seen, and yeah, and you could see what your dog's seeing, man. Help you pick and decide like stuff you get for him. Like take it to the store when you get him a toy, right? And you find the brightest toy, right, so that he can see it. Shit like that. I don't even have dogs, but it just sounds like a good idea.
I feel like Flash would appreciate that.
You know what's crazy? Tortoises have nearly like full vision, like full color spectrum vision. and green specifically they love. Like the green is super bright to them, so anything green they're attracted to. But they actually they have like almost full human vision color scheme wise, and then their tongues are like human tongues. It's really weird.
That's why they love to watch golf, because they can see the green looks so good to them.
I didn't know tortoises love golf, but yeah, bro, they would love golf.
No, dogs can see like green, yellow, and blue like real well. And one of the things you'll see them watching is like when the TV's green, they'll like be looking at it, just like Shadow was talking about. Like they're actually watching it.
But like things like reds and pinks come up yellow to them, so they see everything. Like, most of their shit is yellow, but those things almost look yellow to them as well. So it's weird. You got to look at the filter. It's good though. Baron, I'm gonna tell you, dude. I would love my tortoise to walk around a golf course just eating grass, and I think it'd be a great experience for the golfers. You know.
Yeah, they'd love them.
I just let him out sometimes, and he just cleans up the property. Just eats anything he can.
No, can we talk about something? Should I feel like bad that Afro reptile was floating around and I didn't rescue him?
I feel like that was your clone's brother-in-law, and you just kind of let him get adopted. I don't think you should feel bad, but it would have been a pretty cool combo. I think that you have a lot of clones, and you could probably get some variety. Don't feel bad. And Dora just picked it up, so it's at least in the fam. Like Dora is in here all the time.
Yeah, Dora's been around forever. Great hands. I need to put the vision glasses on this clone now, so there's no mistaking who's who.
That was a sick reptile. Another reptile sold today, and it was like a female. I think it was marked suspicious. So somebody lost a reptile today. That kind of sucks.
Guy, they're at $2,200. The floor. I mean, jeez, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Are you using USD, United States dollars?
Listen,
Yeah,
1 ETH equals 1 ETH, man. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I never heard of this dollar that you're speaking of. It sounds like a centralized currency. Sounds like it has serial numbers and it's made out of paper or plastic. I'm not going to accept this.
Bro, I got like 3 fake hundreds the other day, and that shit just had me so fucking mad. I cannot believe it. I still can't believe it. I really could not believe it, bro. I took them I knew they were fake, and I took them to the bank just to have them tell me if they were real or not. If he told me they were fake and I knew it, I was so mad.
No, I feel that, bro. There's some sketchy people out here. That's why I only get my money from the bank. When I go to sell something to somebody, I make them send me this thing called a email interact transfer. It's our version of Venmo. It works really well because it's like a digital currency. It only goes one way to where you're sending it, and you can't get a refund even if you don't get the product that you ordered. So, I like to do my hand-to-hand deals inside of, like, if I go to sell a pair of shoes, I'm taking email interact transfer. I don't want cash because they can rob you for cash, but they can't rob you for email interact transfer.
Hand-to-hand transaction. What if, like, when Kuro gets his microchip in his hand, he just shakes somebody's hand and it passes money?
Bro,
Literally,
that's gonna be
I'm
the
not getting,
future.
bro. I'm a free citizen of the universe. Okay, I conform to no laws. The only reason I have a passport is because my parents birthed me on this godforsaken planet. I can imagine other planets operate in a more anarchist style system where you don't register your children as a fucking victim of the state. Okay. I feel like that's one of the the most fucked up things about this world is that you go and you register your child. Like, I don't see and then they started doing it to dogs and cats and rabbits and like any mammal over a certain size. They seem to be like trying to track their birth. Like, these people are sick in the head.
Do
And they
animals have
start
a
doing
straw
the
man,
mental
bro?
shit.
Do animals have a straw man? Like, do they have to spell their names in all caps?
Yo, I feel like they do, bro. I feel like they do because on my dog's birth certificate, his name is in all caps. Okay, it kind of bugs me out. It really does. And then like, now they're like switching to some like Health Canada style like animal like health records and stuff. Like, like I get that for tracking diseases and like stuff like that, but like you don't even own your own data. The Canadian government does. It's communism, bro. It's weird.
I'm definitely never moving back to Canada. I'll say that much.
Bro, I'm trying to get my mother out of here first. So at least, like, if I have a kid, I can send the child to my mother and she'll be in a free state. I'm not registering my child, okay? I registered my dog. I made that mistake. But I'm not doing that with my child, man. That's not, my child is going to live free of tyranny.
I mean, come to the U.S. We're right behind you. So by the time you get here, it's just like, fuck, I'm.
And then we all hop over to Europe. Like a lot of my friends right now are trying to take their children to Europe, and like have them homeschooled and stuff like that. So nothing good is happening here, especially after like the amount of children that have had like heart conditions after the series of unfortunate shots is wildly unacceptable. Like
And what about maids? Now there's maids in Canada. You know what I'm talking about?
no, what are those?
If you medically assisted like suicide by the government, where it's like I can't afford to pay my rent anymore, I want to, I want to be done with it, and the government's like, here you go, sure. They're like encouraging it. They have these like really weird ass fucking commercials where it's like dying with dignity, and it's all super cinematic with like people at waterfalls. It's like I choose my time to go, and I'm gonna die with dignity. It's super fucked up.
Oh my god. I have like a TV here in the office. I've never plugged it in. I don't plan on it probably. Um
I feel like
I don't watch television.
Kiro's like in Canada, but he's kind of just off grid of what's actually like happening in Canada. Probably good that you don't have television. I don't
I
know.
pay for cable and stuff, bro. I have one of those Telus boxes that's supposed to give you channels. I don't watch that shit. I don't even watch Netflix. I don't know why I pay for any of this crap. Like none of it. Like I got Apple TV Plus, so I could watch Foundation on Apple TV. New episode comes out tomorrow, Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're into like any type of sci-fi reality, this is pretty dystopian. So if you get depressed easily, don't watch it. But if you're fine, yeah, definitely give it a watch. It's interesting. It's kind of like yeah, it's interesting, man. Don't watch it if you get depressed though. If you're easily like shaken by graphic scenes, don't watch it. Yeah,
I,
it's
I
pretty.
canceled my Netflix like a while ago and all that, like Amazon, and then I just have a million music plugin subscriptions, so it's kind of like balances out. But I essentially don't watch TV at all either.
Yeah, when you watch enough Canadian TV, you never, especially if you've ever watched anything on the CBC and seen the commercials that come on in between. Yeah, you just don't want to watch TV after a while. It just affects your mental health.
Bro, but The Littlest Hobo, that's like, and for everyone who hasn't seen The Littlest Hobo, that's like some old school classic Canadian show about this German Shepherd and mixed German Shepherd Husky that would just like solve crimes and stuff. And he'd like travel on a train from town to town every week. He'd be in a new town and he'd like, someone would be like, hey, look at that. It's Jerry. Get over here, Jerry. And they start like befriending the dog. And then inevitably there'd be some kind of weird sus dramatic stuff going on. And every week the dog would like save someone, solve the crime, but the intro and outro song are the saddest songs in the fucking world. And that's like probably the ultimate Canadian show, The Littlest Hobo, about this like crime fighting dog that just traveled around via train.
You want to hear crazy Canadian law? When you leave Canada, they have what's called the departure tax, and it's a 25% tax on the appreciation of your worldwide assets, whether sold or not. So they take your balance sheet from when you entered the country, and your balance sheet when you leave, and it doesn't matter whether your homes are in the U.S., Fiji, wherever it is, you're paying taxes on any gains that took place on those properties while you were in Canada. I mean, you talk
Dude,
about double taxation in a way to make people not leave. Most people can't even afford to keep the house in, like,
Bro,
fortunately,
I can't
I'm
afford to
fortunate enough to
leave,
deal with
bro.
people that can pay that tax. But I mean, dude, you have to prepare for that puppy.
Bro, you have to have carbon credits just to leave Canada. You submit your carbon credit taxes. Curo.
Yeah, I'm stocked up, bro. I'm stocked up on those.
I got carbon.
Yeah, I
Hey,
got the carbon tax credits because I know how the Petite Prince likes to fucking operate. Okay, Castro's Petite Prince is not a good guy. Okay, he's not a good guy at all. He's bad for humanity. He's bad for himself. Um, yeah, we're just here in a state of constant crisis here, man. Like, it's so ridiculous. It's like, how much of a numbskull could you be to give in to the World Economic Forum? Like, come on, you brainless bozo. Like,
And
get it
dude,
together,
Canada
man.
was on the up, man. Back in '08, it was trading at par with the USD. Sometimes it was trading over USD because the
Bro,
oil and gas business was
yeah,
so big up there. And then
yeah.
he
And then he
basically
came in and he cut it all off, bro.
killed the oil and gas, the biggest driver of economic engine in all of Canada, and then let in as many migrants as they could. And I was listening to this thing the other day. People are renting out their freaking master bathrooms for people to stay in. That's how bad it is down there. People are renting their bathrooms or living in bathrooms. They also have this thing called shift sleep, where you pay like $700 a month and you get to use the property for 8 hours a day. But after 8 hours, you have to leave so the other person can come in and sleep. And it's not a property, it's a room in a house with other people.
well, that's setting everyone up for the you don't own anything kind of angle that everyone's pushing for. You know, it's like all these shared spaces where it's like, it's not really your apartment. It's going to be John and Susie's for like from 2 till 6 p.m. And then from 6 till 10 p.m., it's going to be whomever's and whomever's. And that's actually part of like, part of the agenda, you know, the World Economic Forum, not to go back there, but they released a document years ago. I can find it. I forget what it's called, but they specify like how your apartment's not going to, it's going to be all about shared spaces and you're going to literally own nothing and be happy and you're going to rent out your space during the day or someone's going to be privy to it during the day from whatever hours to whatever hours. And it's exactly what you're saying. And furthermore, when I sold my condo in Montreal, because of the fact that I wasn't living in Canada, I got taxed more for like in essence what you're saying, Baron, that like see you later tax, even though I never revoked my Canadian citizenship, I still have it. But if I would have been living in Canada, I wouldn't have had to pay that tax to the government.
Yeah.
So they
Called the
tried to charge me
deferred
an extra
tax.
tax. Yep,
So once you pick
exactly.
up citizenship in another state, in another country, you owe them that tax. And it's
Yep,
wild. The
what
other
they
thing
I
that
know.
people, that you can't even deduct a mortgage interest up there against your taxes. It has to be used for investment purposes. So you got to buy, the house with no debt. Then you got to borrow from your investment account, use that money, then put that into your house, and then dude, it is. There's a whole way to like make it so that it is tax deductible. But basically, what you do is you buy the house, and then you leverage the house and put the money like so. Basically, you drain all your cash to buy the property, and then you go get a mortgage after you own it, and you use that money to invest in stock market, and then the money's tax deductible. So they basically force you into a higher, more risky leverage situation, not tied to the asset that they really should be tied to.
what are
So,
they gonna do? Send
oh, go,
in Royal Police after you or some shit? Like if you don't pay that, I'll just leave. They just send like come down on horseback and make you pay your tax in the United States.
Oh man, I'm gonna pin something up to the top. It's actually like horses pulling over a car in Toronto.
No, bro. You're already gone.
Yeah,
It's alone.
it's actually somebody that's in Web3 that's seen this. I gotta find her.
hey, they do that all the time, man. Bro, they got cops on horses down here. They are not just for show, man. They will. I mean, unless you like book it. But most of the time, it's in a crowded area. People try to get away; they'll bring that horse right in front of that vehicle. But no, I
Ever been
want
kicked by a horse, Shadow?
to me. Too many times, bro. Actually, well, I'm not gonna go into too many stories, but I've seen luckily for me, when I was younger, I could tell the signs, right? And I would normally most of the time jump out of the way right before it like clips me or something. But there's been a few times where, I've got hit, and it was pretty bad. Luckily, never a break hit, but it'll definitely leave a pretty bad bruise. Now, my cousin Keandre, and I'm already breaking Web3 rules. I'm out here telling people's names and shit. But anyways, my cousin, I saw him and I called out to him and I told him, I said, yo, watch it. And the dude kicked him so hard, bro, like to this day he's not like bow-legged or anything crazy like that, but he has like a slight limp because like it broke, like it was pretty bad basically. That was actually the last time he helped break horses. I broke horses for another year after that. But yeah, that's something you got to fear, man. I mean, there's been people, not that I know of, but people have been kicked in the head by a horse and died like instantly. These show horses, like the ones that are bred, these big, powerful horses, man, like one kick from them and you're not being vigilant and you're not watching what's going on, they will literally kill you. Like I know a lot of people see horses and what do you call it, domesticated horses that are friendly and oh, you got a fruit, let me get a fruit. Before they get to that stage, somebody has to wrangle them in and get them under control so that way they are able to be around people without killing people with one kick. So I don't even know how I got on that tangent. Oh, somebody asked me if I had been kicked before. But no, I wanted to ask Baron, hey man, I might need to get with you after this next bull run. Cause I got plans, man. We're heading to a digital world and Texas got a lot of land. And I need to know all that game, that text game. I need to know because I'm trying to do big things in a couple of years.
That's right, man. I've made had a lot of success by just learning tax laws and cross border expertise, and because no one knows how to navigate it, and their employers put them up there, and they say good luck.
Well, Shadow.
Yeah, horses are lovely creatures, but you have to respect them. That's basically the bottom line. You respect them, they respect you. Horses can read people. I don't know what it is. If you are a absolute garbage of a person, the horse will not like you. And if I'm just being straight up. Like horses are just a type of animal that is really different from any other animal, like a dog or anything like that. They're very intelligent. They are very self-aware and they have attitudes too. I've seen a horse throw a straight up attitude. Like we gave them food and he just like a toddler throwing a tantrum. They're a different breed of animals, man.
No, my husky, Timberwolf husky used to do that. What it would do is it didn't like the dry food, and I didn't understand for a while. Um, and when it was a puppy, it would just knock over the bowl and not eat. And then I would give it ground beef, and it would eat that. And then I realized, oh, I'm an idiot. It doesn't eat chemical food. It has its own mind.
Huskies are characters, man. They're smart dogs.
Oh, they're so smart, bro. My dog, like, yeah, just I don't know what was up with him. The lady I bought him from used to hit him with shoes and shit. So, yeah, I don't understand why people abuse animals. Like I don't like what's wrong with them.
Because they know they can't go out in the real world and do that shit to actual people. Have no balls, and so they choose to take it out on animals that I personally believe are meant to be on this earth to be companions, not beat or use work them to death, all the other type of shit. Like I went to New York No offense to anybody in New York, man, but that horse situation y'all got going on in New York, man, is not good, bro. Like, I'm not gonna get into it or nothing, but
You might as well.
I
You gonna
mean,
call us out? She said.
I'm just saying, like, look, I understand it's like a part of the culture and all that good stuff, man, but they're keeping them in buildings, not like an actual like free roam. Like there's a lot of things. I'm not going to turn into that type of space. I'm not an animal activist. I mean, I guess I am for horses. But yeah, when I went down there to visit, man, it's pretty bad, man. I don't think people realize the difference between a healthy horse and a horse that is being paraded around for appearances. Yeah, that's all I'll say. But yeah,
The paraded horse is always sketchy with people. They don't like people, really. That's why they gotta cover its eyes.
Some dogs, and I'm just going to say this, like working dogs, like herding dogs, border collies, German shepherds, Malinois, because I'm a big dog person and I train dogs like really well, actually. Like my dog, she's a beautiful German shepherd and she's an off leash dog. Like she heals like the leash is in my mind. You know what I mean with her? Like it's like I say like she can literally walk backwards if she's healing next to me and I say back, she starts walking backwards at the drop of a dime. No joke. She's 8 now, so she's super cool, but I had to train the shit out of her. When I rescued her, she was super crazy. She was like one of those dogs where you'd see them in the back seat of the car and another dog would pass by and the dog in the car would start slamming against the window, barking, going crazy, like frothing on the window. And she's a German shepherd, so right, people can think that's intimidating. She's like honestly such a submissive and sweet dog, but I had to like unlearn all those behavior patterns like with her. I had to recondition her and teach her, all the proper things. So all that to say, like some dogs, like German shepherds and whatnot, and herding dogs, they do like to work because that's what they're bred for, And specifically the German shepherd, it was bred in 1899 by this guy Max von Hels something or other, but a German guy, and he wanted to combine all the best attributes of every breed of dog that he'd seen up until that point. And of course, as the Germans tend to do, they're very like meticulous with things and very like precise. So the guy bred them and they became the ultimate working dog, but also the ultimate family dog, like a well-conditioned German shepherd, super good with kids. But my point being, like something like that or a Malinois that has a high drive, and that's highly intelligent, you need to keep them like entertained, have something for them to do. Otherwise, that's when they develop bad behavior. So some dogs really actually do like to work, and I think it's part of like why they're here as well as being companions at the same time, because everyone wants to like feel good about themselves, right? We all feel good when we have a good day of work and we've accomplished something. So same with dogs, like some of them, not like I'm not talking about a Chihuahua here, but working dogs.
Since we're talking about it, Kuro and I have the same dog.
Oh, what kind? What kind again?
Bernedoodle. So he's a Bernese Mountain Dog Standard. Mine's like 110 pounds. He's big, dude. But I love my dog.
Bigger too. I love them.
Yeah, I love Bernese, man. They're so sweet. So Bernese Mountain Dogs.
This dog is so smart. It's like crazy.
You do?
You have a doodle?
Yeah,
let's go. They're the best dogs.
We have a Bernedoodle and an Aussie Doodle.
Oh, they're so cute. Like this guy, I just had to call them.
Here's the one thing, and we're gonna make Shadow cry because I love my dog so much. I know how he's feeling. Like it's like losing a family member, but like, dude, this guy can't get enough love, dude. You pet him for an hour, he's like coming back for more, putting his paw on you. He's like, he just paws like he's like a normal human, man. It's like, yo, keep your hands off me, man. I just gave you love for more than I've given anybody love, bro.
They're a blessing though, man. Dogs are a blessing to the world, especially like a well-balanced kind of dog. They're just like gifts like from God, to the universe, because they're so sweet and so just, they just good vibes,
Yard, when my kids go out in the yard, that dog goes out there and lays right next to where they're playing until they come in, dude. He's watching them, and we didn't train him to do any of that.
Well, only thing I would say, man, and and it's totally fine, bro. It's like, it is life. Those things happen, and one day will come to an end. But I will say this for everybody that has a dog owner, please, whatever breed you have, especially if it's a pure breed, look up any and every type of like miscellaneous like sickness that's mostly dedicated to your breed of dog. And the reason why I say that is because we had a Shar Pei. It was a Chinese Shar Pei. Had a lot of wrinkles, a lot of stuff. He was an amazing dog. When I say he was healthy 1 week, fully healthy 1 week, and the next week he was like just it just was not good. It can literally happen like that. And the reason why is because in the breed of Shar-Peis, they have something called Shar-Pei fever, which happens in like 1 out of 4 Shar-Peis. And basically, what it is it's something that if caught early, you can start your dog on these types of like kidney pills and a totally different type of diet to help slow it down. But Shar-Pei fever kind of basically the kidney just starts breaking down, and it gets to the point where their kidney just stops uh you know it stops breaking down protein and all that other stuff. It's like a rapid just quit. But there's fever symptoms that you're supposed to look for, and you're supposed to be checking, like if you notice that your dog is like acting weird or normal, check the dog's temperature. See, for me, I didn't know the right way of how to check a dog's temperature, things of that nature. And it wasn't until after, when we're talking to the veterinarian where they're asking us, have you seen this? Have you seen this? And then they said, does your dog seem like he's like running a fever? And we're like, what are the signs of a dog running a fever? Because we've seen like the allergy stuff. We've seen like, obviously if he's hurt or whatever, we know when to like pay attention to your dog. But if your dog just out of the blue is just not active, especially if your dog is young, check the dog's temperature because potentially your dog can have a fever. You can do it through the bud and all these other different stuff. But yeah, just throwing that out there. If you, whatever type of breed of dog you have, look for things like that because there might be things that you're supposed to be on the lookout for. And if you see your dog doing that, to immediately like just take it in so that way you can catch those things early. So yeah.
Yeah, it's hard, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you're going through that. I know all too well what that is like, my friends. It's rough. And that's the thing with purebreds, man. That's why, you're combining recessive genes, right? Unfortunately, and that's like what you get when you combine recessive genes and you get two of the same. And I'm seeing it with my Shep because I rescued her, so I didn't buy her when she was probably like 7-8 months when I rescued her, but I didn't go to like a breeder and select her or whatnot. But her hips and her arthritis because she's a shepherd, and that's what happens to them. That's like one of those genetic things because they're just
Yeah.
improperly bred, and that's why mutts are healthier generally.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We speaking facts because I had a million questions. I mean, y'all think I got a million questions about Artifact. I had a million questions because it's like you're not going to tell me that my dog went from being healthy as possible to this without me fully understanding like what the hell is going on. And I think the gut punch was when me and my wife, when you just look up what to know, what to know as a Shar-Pei owner, and like the second Google link is, please watch out if you have a purebred and pure breed. If you have a pure breed Shar-Pei, please watch out for Shar-Pei fever. Here are the symptoms. Boom. It was like something that we would just never even think of. Something that we took our dog to the vet regularly. Every 3 months, did all the shots yearly, everything, bro. Like I'm talking, we did everything. Even the veterinarians it's something that they see so many different dogs, they don't ask like, hey, in this type of breed that you have you noticed this and this? Nobody's brought it up. Nothing. It was the hospital, like the doctor veterinarian, not it's like the same thing with humans. It's like we were going to a family doctor and then you go to the hospital and they're like, no, this is what has been going on. It just kind of sucks. But yeah, with purebreds, there are certain diseases that you have to look out for because of the genetics. And the good thing is that enough people around the world know what it is. So if you just type in the name of your peer breed, you can figure out exactly what you need to look forward to. Now, mutts, they are a lot more resilient because they're not a like what Alone was saying. They're
Yeah,
not.
no recessive genes combining because it's less likely because you have obviously the male and the female from different breeds, right? So
And some people think that that's the opposite way. They think that mutts are the ones that, you just never know what you're getting. But most of the time, 90% of the time, mutts are always going to be genetically more resilient to whatever breed diseases are found within the family lineage of that type of dog. Anyways, but yeah, just throwing it out there. Every dog owner, please do it.
yeah, and I feel that I have pet insurance for my dog, and I got it when she was probably around 3, but just because I'm like, all right, well, I have a shepherd, so I do have to be aware of the possibilities that her hips one day I'm going to need to figure this out and whatnot. So, and luckily, knock on wood, so far she's been pretty healthy. Although at the beginning of this year there was some issue going on that I thought could be, and not with her hips, but it's some issue going on that I was really worried was going to be like a serious thing. Luckily, we ended up figuring it out, but it took a couple of months and it took like many thousands of dollars. But again, the fact that I only have to pay 20% out of all that, because of the insurance, it came in handy, like, after like 5 years, finally. So that's another thing I'd say is a good thing to do if you have a dog and if you can afford it, to just get the pet insurance, because when you actually need to use it, it's going to fucking pay for itself. Like, hopefully not, but it could in like 3 months, out of the like past 5 years you've been paying for it.
I'm a great dog uncle. I don't have a dog, but like I'm a good dog uncle. So like I'll watch people's dogs and it's their dogs and I love them, and then they go home with them at night. You know what I mean? I'm a good dog uncle if anybody ever needs a dog uncle in their life.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize why at the cattle farm we're always putting AI in these things, and we got to switch out bulls. You don't ever call Barron a city slicker, but he is a city slicker. But yeah, dude, that's why we're putting those. That's why we buy those straws, as we call them. And that's why we got to switch out the bulls, because we can't have that degenerative disease come in. We call it inbreed. It's inbred. But yeah, you don't change out your herd, you'll have cows coming out with 2 heads in no time.
It's important. It's funny. Sophie came up on stage right off the bat when we started the space, and she said the same thing. I'm no city slicker. I'm out here in Philadelphia now, and there's crickets outside. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm outside. I'm not in New York. That's what she said too.
City slicker was used twice in one space. That's pretty credible.
Yeah, yeah. She was saying she was country now. She's in the suburban Philadelphia. So, shout out you guys for being country, not being city slickers. We love that. It's Shaw's night off of work, so I'm gonna go spend some time with her and have a good evening. And all y'all go spend some time with your family, and we'll touch bases tomorrow. Appreciate y'all coming through. Kiro, Bombay, Baron, Shadow, Alone, POV, Sophie. Appreciate y'all. Good night.
All right, man.
Bye.